What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? You're about to hear Beans bark here in just a moment, probably, because I think somebody just came to the door. What's up, guys? My name's Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. I hope everybody is doing well on this beautiful Tuesday. It's a trivia day. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for people to join us in the chat, let me get the tools that I've got going on out of the way. Who just walked in? Let's see. Oh, it was the kids. They were walking Bowie and Sugar. I'm live, guys. Yes, it's 4:00. Welcome. Anyways, moving right along. I've got my pen from C'est Plus Beau à Tour. Whoop. There it is. Got this from Wallflower. It's got some cinnamon in there. In my multi-placer, I am using Patsy Putty. This one is April Showers. And then I've got in my single placer, my metal multi-placer or metal single placer and metal multi-placer from Diamond Art Club. I'm using the Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily single placer. It's like a glue dot that you create yourself. It starts out as a liquid. Sorry, it's bouncy screen. Starts out as a liquid and then it dries to a solid once you've been using it. And then I have my tray from Firefly. This is the Switch Mini Max. It has a removable lid. There's drills in there. Ooh, look at that. A nice deep trough, which I like. Trough? Is that the right word? We'll go with trough. Sure. It's got an open and closed pour spout and then a removable trash tray, which I usually do remove and just set it aside. And then on the top, there's a little hole where you can put your pen and it doesn't go flying away on you. I'm also using my large, this is actually a 420 count, but this is just the first tray of the art dot container. You guys heading upstairs while I do the live? Okay, sounds good. Anyways, let me say hello to people that are in the chat. Hello, Wallflower, Angela. Hi, Amber. Diamonds Around the World is... Wait a minute. I think I wrote that down, right? Yeah, Will. Hi, Will. And then, guess what? My diamond art comes today. The box was a little squished, but the things inside... Oh, good. What did you get? Did you get a Margaret Morales so that you can do Mary Morales with us? Oh, and then the kit I'm working on, I suppose I could show you that, is from Dreamer Designs. This one is Teddy Bear by Curtis Reikovich. It is a 60 by 80 in square. Now, this one is tricky because this is like the midway canvas for Dreamer Designs. They had an original version which is terrible. This is like the midway version, and now they have a newer one even, which I have not yet tried out. I'm a little scared to be honest. However, I can say for this 1.5 version that the spacing is much better than the last, though there are still gaps. Let me see if I can show you. I'll move some things out of the way here. I'll try and show you what I mean by these gaps because it's still gaps, right? Which I kind of expected, but they're not nearly as bad as the last ones. Scooch my light out of the way. Okay, so for instance, like here is a light colored area. You can see there are some gaps in there. It's not super tight. Oh, sugar. It's not super, super tight, but it's also not nearly as bad. Here's another little section right there. You can kind of see some gapping, but nothing that's like that I would want to throw it away. You know what I mean? Like my other one was so frustrating that I just wanted to throw it in the garbage all the time. This one actually, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not my favorite. I can say that it is not my favorite, and I've definitely worked with better, but it's not horrible. Oh, one other thing. Move this back out of the way again. Hi, Della. Welcome, Teresa. So, ooh, Cloud Angel. That's right. That's right. So, the other thing that's very weird about this particular company that I've noticed is different from Diamond Art Club. Couple of things. Colors are weird. Okay. So, in this area right here on the screen, it's reading as kind of a darker purplish color, right? When you're at viewing distance, it reads a different kind of color, right? It's just shading. But when you're looking at it, it's browns. They're like colors. The other thing that I've noticed from this company, okay, for instance, here in this area, you can see that these look blue. The W or the upside down Y, this little greater than, less than type symbol, the munchy mouth. This is actually black, that's correct, but this is showing you like a dark blue kind of, right? There. Let me see. Nope, wrong one. See if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So the Y, which looks blue, is actually gray. And that happens a lot with their symbols, to be honest. Okay, a better example, because, you know, you could say, well, light blue can look gray or blue can look gray. These are blue and purple, right? Blue and purple. Well, 4 is a light gray. And 3 is, oh, and nothing's in order either. 3 is another gray, not blue or purple. So it's very confusing with the Dreamer designs. I don't love that. I don't know if they've fixed that issue on their new canvases or not, but it is very frustrating when you're like looking at your canvas and you're expecting to go look for a purple, and then you go over and you're like, okay, where? And but so you got to basically just pay attention to the symbols, because you're looking for a purple, let's say, and you end up with a gray, or you end up with a dark brown or a maroon. Like this looks maroon here, and oh, that is maroon. That's not the one I was looking for. Anyways, it happens a lot with their kits. Her hair, out in her hair here, like on the canvas, it's showing as these blues, but it's actually grays that they're using. Just very kind of confusing. Like I thought she was going to have blue and kind of purplish hair. And it's like, yeah, there are hints of purplish, and that reads kind of blue because it's gray, but it's really not. It's just bizarre. It's really bizarre. And that's something that I did notice on my last Dreamer designs as well. So 601, the glue is really sticky on this one, which I appreciate because my last one was not very. The other thing that I hope that they've fixed since updating, you know, I need a trinket tray so freaking bad. I can't wait until some of the Mary Morales samples get here, because I know that there's a trinket tray. I need a trinket tray. Okay. Let me put this lid on here so I don't lose my diamond. Beans, would you stop? Okay, the other thing that drives me cuckoo nuts from this company. Okay, so you're looking at not from here up, because that's actually a different company. So we're looking from this row down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Okay. Now, if you look, you start with the letter R and you go to G, and then 9 is 5. 1 is 11. 3 is 12. And then you've got 4 is 19, 2 is 18. None of it makes any sense. The other thing I do not like from this company, you end up with things like this. A lot. Same symbol, flip different way, different colored drill. I know there are more than that. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This one and this one. Very, 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 very frustrating when you're looking for the correct symbol. And then now and if you can't match the color because the color isn't right and it's showing you blue on here and you're looking for blue in here, but you end up with gray, and then you're looking for the symbol that might be the other symbol, it's all very confusing. That is one thing that I do not like about Dreamer Designs. Okay, I've got 50 odd colors and it says also AB and fairy. Can you explain them? Yes, I can. Hold on one moment. Let me get a drill. Okay. So when you have 50 odd colors, right? You can put your storage however you want. Highly recommend, hold on. Picking up a Craftmate. That's one of these. Angela. These are on Amazon, so I know you can get them. And right now, Craftmate sell for like $16, and there are 56 containers in here. It opens like a book, okay? Like this. And then each thingy has 7 in it. It's a good sized container. You hit this purple button on the side, you hold it down, and you can pop open just one and the rest won't open unless you're holding this down. So you could open all of them. See? Or you can just open one at a time and they click close. The only thing you got to watch for is these little openings right here. When you pour your diamond out, sometimes the diamonds will get stuck in that little area. So you got to kind of like tap it and get them out of that little spot. But these are on sale on Amazon. It's called Craftmates. Craftmates. Okay. Listening in while driving home. Hope everyone is doing well today. Hi, Kat. Welcome, welcome. Safe driving. Flips. Okay. Now, ABs and fairy dust. ABs and fairy dust. Usually in the older ones, right? Not the brand new ones, but the older ones. The ABs are going to be first and they're going to be numbered under 150. Now they're marking them as the actual like matching corresponding numbers, but the one that you have, the numbers under 150 are going to be called ABs. What's up, Daisies and Decaf? Wendy, how's it going? So from whatever to 149 are all going to be ABs or Aurora Borealis. There's my tray. I'm a little tray here. I need a little tray. Here, I'll use this little tray. We'll use this little tray. Okay, ABs or Aurora Borealis are the diamonds that have this iridescent coating on the top of them that make them kind of rainbowy. That's why they're called ABs for Aurora Borealis. And they have an iridescent coating on the top. Those are tricky when you work with your pink wax because these ones like to pull the pink wax right out of your pen. That's why I recommend picking up some Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. One other thing that will work, okay? If you don't have access to Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily because it's on Etsy, could be money, okay? Get yourself some glue for your canvas, like in case your canvas isn't sticky enough. This will also work. You can on a piece of parchment paper or whatever, but do you see that little sticky spot right there? I can use that like a glue dot. It does work because I've tested it out. Hi, Wicked Kitty Princess. But get yourself some dot stick because this is less likely to pull the wax or glue or whatever right out of your stylus, because ABs are known for taking glue or wax or whatever right out of your style, usually the wax. Sometimes putty, it'll get stuck with the ABs are tricky. That's why most people prefer fairy dust, and I'll show you what fairy dusts are. The fairy dusts are going to be anything that has a Z in front of it is a fairy dust, or yeah, a fairy dust. So do I have any fairy dusts in this one? Maybe I don't. Oh, let me get you another one. Hold on a moment. Oh, I've got fairy dust in here. Okay. Fairy dusts, they start with a Z. And it'll be like this. Z340. Okay. And a fairy dust has mica powder inside of the diamond itself. Rip my tape. There we go. It has mica powder inside of the drill or diamond, and you can see it in there. It's encapsulated. It's inside of the diamond, so you're not going to get glitter all over you, yourself, your eyes, your face. You're not going to look like you were out partying. Okay. But there is a very slight amount. Let's see if I can pick it up. That makes it look kind of glittery in comparison to a regular diamond. Kind of hard to see on here. Oh, there we go. A little better. And they come in all kinds of colors. So most of my fairy dust, my leftover fairy dust that I keep in here. Let's see. Show you another color. Okay, here's a good color. This one is a red, and you can kind of see that it has like glitter on the inside. These are really pretty. Really, really pretty. Here's one that's black with the glitter in it. And you see it looks silvery on the top. That's fairy dust. And then also iridescent. There it is. There's iridescent drills. Sorry, just giving a quick lesson on drills because Angela asked, so I'm showing her. Thank you, Togo. Iridescents are the ones that look like rhinestones or crystal. And one is iridescent. Sorry, you're seeing the silver bottom, but put those in there. They look like rhinestone or crystal or whatever. Those are called iridescent. That's those ones. And then lastly, there are metallics. Now, metallics, I always get confused with iridescents. However, they have an L on them. L. They call them electro or metallic. It's the same thing. Diamond Art Club calls them electros. L is for, right? Or is it M? No, it's L. And they look like typically they look like metal. Think of it as like electroplating. Your DP with sparklers didn't come in. Oh, well, we did have a holiday that I think threw the mail off, but yeah, so these are electro or like metallic electroplated. Just think of them as like it's like has fake gold on the top, and there's all different color varieties. You can get gunmetal looking ones, whatever, but these ones are like a metallic ginger. I also have metallic rose gold. I have metallic just gold, wherever those went. But yeah, that's what each, oh, here we go. Metallic gold. But that's what each of those is. But you can get your own specialty drills from different companies. If you want to do more with your kit than just what Diamond Art Club recommends or gives you drills for, you can buy drills from other places and use those. And that's what I like to do. On some of my kits, I like to add extra diamonds, like replace things with other things. So anyway, little mini lesson on drills. Okay, back to it. Let me tape this up really quick. So anyways, how is everyone's Tuesday going? Mine is going pretty all right. I finished Solstice. I posted a picture of that in finishes. And I thought, well, I better get cracking on this one because I've got basically all of November to try and figure out other stuff to do while we wait for Mary Morales to start. You're writing them down in your notebook. Oh, good. Yes, good to write things down, keep track of stuff. And if you're ever curious, and you watch my videos, I've got videos on lots of stuff. I probably do need to go through and show off specialty drills. The only thing is I don't have any like right now. I don't have them opened up. Some of the other specialty drills, like there are ones that you can get with Diamond Art Club where they're a different shape entirely. Like they're half sized or they're half pearls or something, but they take up 4 squares. But I've got lots of other specialty drills. There's a video by Katie from Diamonds and Washi that has like all the kind of specialty drills. But anyways, okay. Now, Kristen recommended for this week's trivia that we do medieval history. Now, most of the medieval history. Oh, geez, sorry. Hold one moment. Dustin just walked in the door. Pretty sure. Yeah, that was fast. What's up, Dustin?
Yeah.
I'm on live. You gonna take Beans for a walkie?
Yeah, it's gonna be down there
at the boat launch.
for you to be scared.
Oh God, Jesus!
Yes, you're the most important. Yep, jelly beans. Let's go.
Jelly beans is right. Oh my Lord.
No jelly.
Sorry, Dustin just got home from work. So anyways, I looked up questions and things for medieval history. Now, most of medieval history takes place in Europe, right? As we know, because America was not America then. It was the wild, were we even discovered yet? No, because we weren't discovered, air quotes, until what, 1492 was when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So medieval goes from, what is the Medieval period. Okay. Goes from the collapse of Roman civilization in the 5th to the dawn of the Renaissance. And so the 5th century to the period of the Renaissance, variously interpreted as beginning the 13th, 14th, or 15th century, depending on the region of Europe and other factors. So it was considered the Middle Ages or the medieval period. Now, I really had to like look up a bunch of things because I was completely butt lost, right? Um it yeah, it wasn't something that I was like super heavy into paying attention to when I was in school. A lot of Lord, what is happening? Oh, shush, 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 sugar. Hey, hey, hey. Stop. Just because he's up there all excited and barking does not mean that you need to be excited and barking. Look it. It's sugar shame time because you felt the need to just start barking out of nowhere. This is Sugar. Sugar is, how old are you, Sugar? You're about 5 years old. Going on 6. You were born in May of 2019. And I got her right before I got sober. So that's how I remember how old she is. Yeah, she's got a like graying face, even though she's not an old dog at all. She's just goofy looking. But this is Sugar, and she heard she heard Beans upstairs and decided she needed to start barking at him. Little sugar shaming, sugar shaming, sugar shaming. Wow. Stop it. Hi, Coco. All right, all right. All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. No. Decided to go completely nuts. I don't know. It's excitement time, right? Because Dustin's about to go take one of them for a W. And so of course that means everybody's got to fight and bark and be ridiculous. So everybody says hello. Anyways, yes. So I got together some questions for the medieval history, things like that. Because again, that is not my Sugar, stop. It's not my area of expertise. It is not my forte. Now, if it had been the Renaissance, I'd have been good, but not the Renaissance, medieval period. I decided to go like I usually do from easy to medium to hard because, I was going to need some help too. Uh, but I got together some questions, and I mean, even some of the like medium and hard questions, I knew the answers to them. So I was like, well, if I know them and I'm kind of like completely oblivious to a lot of this stuff, I think a lot of people will know the answers. So maybe it's not as bad as you guys think it's going to be. I don't think it is. So that all being said, why don't you grab your diamond painting that you're going to work on? Beans, stop. Yes, he's coming. You just gotta wait a minute, okay? He's coming. He's just apparently dying. I don't know. He's out there. But I figure, like I said, grab your diamond painting, figure out what you're gonna work on, or keep driving safely on the road, all that fun stuff. And let's get into it. Let me ask a weird question of one of my kids. Are one of you wearing medicated ointment or something? Okay, that's what I'm smelling. Okay. I was like, what in the heck am I smelling? That's like medicinal. Bag balm does smell medicinal. Yes. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, subtlety. Appreciate it.
Totally.
Yeah, that's why I said thank you, subtlety. Love you. Bye. Have a good time on your walk. Jesus. What's up, Sarah? Oh my goodness. Yeah, she'll be even happier when Beans is gone for a walk with Dustin. That's when she's at her happiest, when she can get everybody's attention. Jeebs. Did I miss the shaming already? Just one of them. I'm sure there'll be another. I'm sure there will be. Uh so yeah, I picked these out. I don't think they're that bad. I think you guys are going to be better than you think you are. Okay. So let's begin. All right. Go back up to the top here. What major religion spread across Europe during the Middle Ages? Starting very, very easy. Right? What major religion spread across Europe during the Middle Ages? Now, had this been, like I said, on the Renaissance or the Tudor dynasty, like, holy crap, I could Tudor dynasty all day long. I know lots about the Tudor dynasty, but some of what we did when I worked at the Renaissance Fair during our classes, which was the Bristol Academy of Performing Arts, um, which sounds way cooler than it is, although it was very cool. Don't get me wrong. Or Bob, we called it for short. It was about 7 weeks worth of classes that we would take when, when we were new. And then when you were there, like as a veteran past your first year, there were required and elective courses that you'd have to take, like to brush up. So let's say that you had taken country dancing, which not like line dancing, but actual English country dancing. You could take basic your first year, and then in your veteran years, you could take advanced country dancing or court dancing or history of, military weapons or whatever. And I taught, like body songs from the Renaissance, and I taught basic, advanced, and expert country dancing, English country dancing. And so that was lots of fun. And often people who were really, really terrible at dancing would end up signing up for my classes. And you know, I've always kind of prided myself on the fact that I could teach anyone how to do these country dances because, you like you're better at dancing oftentimes than you think you are. However, there are people that they couldn't they could not do these things, especially once it got into advanced or expert classes. So I would remember people from like their first year, and then they'd take advanced country dance in their second or beyond years. And I would remember like, oh my God, I remember how terrible you were. And I was like, this is gonna be not fun for me. So yeah, but I did enjoy teaching it. Well, in some of these, like I was saying, you could take classes on different things, and one of them was taught by this wonderful man named T. Stacy Hicks, and he would teach all about the Tudor dynasty, or he played Lord Leicester at our Renaissance festival. And the man was so incredibly just one smart, knowledgeable on all things Renaissance. And he played he played Lord Leicester so well, like just very historically accurate in all ways. And I mean, not that it makes any huge difference, except that it was entertaining as hell, that he was very flamboyantly gay, which I loved about him. And so he made learning about the Tudor dynasty like something that was really, really fun for everyone involved. So that's mostly why I know about the Tudor dynasty, having worked at the Renaissance Fair and learned from T. Stacy Hicks, who is one of the single best teachers I've had at anything in my whole life. And so yeah, there's that little nugget of story. uh Hold on, I'm looking at something really quick. All right. So, the answer to the last question, what major religion spread across Europe during the Middle Ages? I would accept Christianity or specifically Catholicism would be, the preferred of the two answers. However, if you said Christianity, then that would be fine as well. But Catholicism was the answer for that one. Watching on the TV. Hi, Chrissy. Right. Next question. Who was the first Holy Roman Emperor crowned in 800 AD? The first Holy Roman Emperor crowned in 800 AD. And, they say that if you find in your genealogy that you are related to this person, it's just like, was it Genghis Khan, where this person was just a busybody. And so, like, you shouldn't be surprised to see this person in your, like in your chart, because he's known as kind of the daddy of the Middle Ages. He's everybody's daddy, everybody's illegitimate dad. Yay. Gotta love it. All right, let's see. That was that. Um, Speaking of everybody's daddy, that particular teacher that I was talking about, T. Stacy Hicks, who played Lord Leicester. Now, if you know anything about the Renaissance at all, um, Lord Leicester was known as one of the supposed lovers of Queen Elizabeth, and he was a very busy man, all over the English countryside himself. He was also one of the uh, fathers of many bastard children. And so the cast that I was part of, we all pretended like he was our dad, but like he wouldn't claim us. And so whenever he would come around to the maypole, which is where we always were, um, we would we would crowd around him like daddy, 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 asking for money or asking for food or just whatever, because we were peasants. We were not we were not middle class. We didn't have jobs, most of us. If we did, they were not great jobs. Jobs, whatever. Our characters didn't have jobs. And so, yeah, we would beg off dad to give us food or money. Sometimes he would throw actual, like, um, there was we had like a press, for coins at a Renaissance fair where you could get different coins at this shop or whatever, and you could actually buy what were replica gold or silver or bronze coins from that era. And occasionally he would throw actual coins at us, which hurts a lot worse than, well, no, you probably know exactly how bad it hurts, as bad as you think it does to have a coin thrown at you, especially one that's made of like actual metal. It's like bam. His aim got eerily good after a while. You just got annoyed with us. just throws crap, you know, not fun, not fun. All right, let me get this jacket off, burning up. All right, there we go. Okay, so the self-proclaimed first Holy Roman Emperor, crowned in 1800 or 18 in 800 AD, was Charlemagne. Now, what was the primary language of the Catholic Church during the Middle Ages? The primary language, ouch, of the Catholic, I just bashed my knee, owie, of the Catholic Church during the Middle Ages. And it's exactly what you think it is. Whatever you're thinking it is right now, that's what it is. So just go ahead and say that answer. And then, oh, forewarning, after our lives, like there's more than one of us here. After my life, oh, turd in my pocket, I tell you. After my live, I typically go on to the Discord and we do like Discord after. Now that it's getting dark a lot earlier, Discord at 6 p.m. is after dark. So we do our Discord after dark. We get together, we chat and whatnot. That's on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we have pop-ups where people will get on the Discord, voice chat, you know, just chill out, whatever. I will be on there tonight. I'll be cutting and running a little bit earlier than normal though, because I'm gonna do I've got a bunch of batch recording that I need to do, and I received a sneak peek from Art and Soul that I've got to get recorded and put out. And then of course my Wednesday whip and chat I've got to record. So if you are a member, you're about to see a large drop in content, like not a drop as in like a drop down. You're going to see like 8 videos go up, bam, 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 like very quickly in a hurry. So be aware of that. Also, I find it a little bit funny that is Kristen here? Kristen, Diamonds and Microplastics. Is she here yet? I don't think she's here yet. And she's the one who picked this, dang it. I see how you are, Kristen. You picked the topic and then you didn't even show up. How very dare you? Making everybody else suffer. All right. And if it is not a popular topic, I can always switch the content for now. You guys let me know. Like if you hate this, say, can we do a quiz on something else? And I will come up with something quickly. But yeah, so if you are a member, you're going to see a bunch of content drop tonight. And so yeah, you're going to see a lot of videos all at one time. If you are not already a member and you want access to early content, you can join the members. It's what, $4.99 a month? And you get all kinds of good perks. You get members only access in the Discord, which means that you also get to see things earlier than others, such as like items from Mary Morales that are coming out. I will also be posting those up on YouTube, probably so that, you know, like those who are not in Discord can see them if they're members. Because I keep forgetting to do that. But you will see the event merch that's being created, some behind the scenes stuff on that. You'll get to see all sorts of fun stuff. He was about to say, where's she at? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You have to go to account tutoring? Yeah, I would fail so hard at accounting. Maths are not my strong suit. Never have been, probably never will be. All right. The language of the Catholic Church during the Middle Ages was Latin. Latin. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Since all of Sarah is answering, we're going to go to a quiz on. Ooh, what sort of quiz should we do? What's up, Marie? Since she's not here and only a couple of people are answering, let's do a quiz on. How about hold on. All right. How about let's do a quiz on pop culture from the 1970s to now. On the last section of Oh Kitten Tree. Aw, cute. How about that? How does that sound to you guys? A quiz on pop culture from the 1970s to now. We'll make that work. And then if Kristen comes back, we can, or if she comes in, we can yell at her for not being here for her quiz. And I'll save that for another time. I'll let you guys do a brush up on your medieval history. Sound fair? I think it sounds fair. And we'll do a pop culture quiz because I feel like everybody can do pop culture, right? Unless you've been under a rock, which I mean, it's okay if that's where you like to exist is under rocks. That's cool too. But I figure you should be able to answer at least some of these questions, no matter who you are or where you're from. All right, question number 1. Who is known as the king of pop? Easiest question I could give you for question number 1. Who is known as the king of pop? You get this wrong, we might not be friends. I feel like everybody's got to know the answer to this question. Whether or not you agree with it also might denote whether or not we can be friends. Whether or not you think he was a creeper, that is also like neither here nor there. I refuse to get into an argument about his guilt or non-guilt. Non-guilt is also known as innocence. Duh, Naomi. All right, let's see. So, yeah, I was honestly, when I started working on this piece, I was honestly pleasantly surprised in comparison to my last experience with Dreamer Designs. Now, that being said, this is not their newest canvas. And if this was my first experience with Dreamer Designs at all, after working with like Diamond Art Club and other companies, I still wouldn't be totally satisfied. But now that I know that this is not the worst that it can get, not so bad. And honestly, like like I said, the grid is not super tight and whatnot, but now that I know what to expect and like where to leave my expectations as far as what the canvas is going to be like to work on, it's not it's not as bad as my first experience, and I at least I know that now. To I know where to prepare myself, that it's not going to be a diamond this one, like at least the older versions, not the oldest versions, but the older versions from before October to I think beginning of 2023 is not going to be the same as it was prior to that, because that was awful. And I don't have to like wrench my own wrist in order to work on this piece. Like I picked this up last night again and wasn't like, oh God, I don't want to work on this. I hate it like I did the first time. That was depressing and nerve-wracking for Sarah, because she'd have to ask me all the time, like, "Did you do a hard thing today?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to. Damn it." I even like when I finished it, I sent her a text message and I was like, "Okay, I finished it, so leave me the alone." She's like, you didn't have to swear at me." I was like, "No, I didn't, but I was angry, damn it. And I needed it off of my table. I needed it out of my life forever." The person who I thought was going to buy it, I've never heard from her again. So now I'm like, well, no, I'm stuck with the stupid thing. It's okay, because now I'll have it to compare to this one. And then maybe a future one if I buy from Dreamer Designs again, so I can see what the newest canvas is like. So I guess there's, and it's put away and I never have to look at it if I don't want to. All right. Hi, welcome, Kristen. So we were going over medieval history and nobody knew any of the answers. And I think they felt like it was torture and you were not here. So I moved for now into questions about pop culture from the 1970s to now. Just because I'm trying not to torture people. They were really not not feeling it. Not feeling it today. So I have to give a heads up and let people brush up on medieval their medieval history. And I was on the easy questions, so I knew it was not going very well. Oh man, it's okay. I don't know a whole lot about medieval history either. Um, okay. The answer to that was Michael Jackson. All right. Which TV show featuring a group of six friends living in New York City aired in the 1990s? Go on a wheel. Yeah, for real. Which TV show featuring a group of six friends living in New York City aired in the 1990s? Yeah, they were not digging it, girl. And I had said, like, if it were Tudor history, like, I'd be all good. I know lots about the Tudors or the Renaissance. I'm all there. Medieval history, not so much. Now, if it was like medieval tales or medieval myth, you know what I'm saying? Like King Arthur, things like that. I'd know more about that. Like Arthurian legends. Maybe that's what I could do. Change it up a little bit and make it like medieval myths and legends. Hmm, that's a thought. Okay, okay, okay. I have a good idea. I have a good idea on how to um yeah. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do for the next time, is change it up for like medieval myths and legends. I feel like a lot of people know those. They don't realize they do, but they know a lot about like King Arthur, Lancelot, the Lady in the Lake, that sort of part of medieval history, Pegasuses, and Unicrons. I have a history degree, and the two time periods I dislike most are medieval and the US Revolution. Oh my God, I have to agree with you on that. I do not care for the US Revolution at all. All right. That TV show was na 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 na. Don't want to get demonetized. Friends. All right. Next question. Remember, these are the easy ones. Features the quote, "May the force be with you." What movie features the quote, "May the force be with you"? Does anybody else hear the theme song for Friends? And it gets a you do that too? Or is it just me? Maybe just me. It's okay. Unless you did it also, in which case, welcome. More of this one. No. I'm working on her bazooms right now. I vaguely know some information on that topic. Yeah. Well, I think I would be doing better than just straight up medieval history. I mean, granted, I knew the first few answers, but yeah, just definitely one of the ones that I was better with Arthurian legend than I was medieval history generally. Oh, you clap? Good. See? Why am I not surprised? Okay, wait. I think that's it. Well, the Roman numeral looking X on here, so we're going with that. Da, 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 da. The answer is Star Wars. Of course. Who or which actress played Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter movies? Which actress played Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter movies? I figure if you can't get pop culture questions, I don't know what I can do for you. So I will tell you without being asked, because you didn't ask me, but I want to tell you anyways, who my favorite British actress is that is in the Harry Potter movies. And while, yes, I do love Dame Maggie Smith, that is not the answer. It's not the answer, but sorry, I'm looking up the next. I want to make sure the next one is right because it does not look right. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'll skip that one then. All right. So anyways, my favorite actress from the Harry Potter movies that is not Maggie Smith has the same first name as the actress that played Hermione Granger, and that is Emma Thompson. I love me some Emma Thompson. I think Emma Thompson is amazing. But the actress who played Hermione Granger is Emma Watson. Emma Watson played Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter movies. All right, next question. What 1977 movie made John Travolta famous as a disco dancer? What 1977 movie made John Travolta famous as a disco dancer? Not the same song. I do love me some disco music though. Like, is that wrong? I am not old enough to have been from the actual disco era, but I do love some disco music. I do. Like guilty pleasure disco music. Um there's the Muppets in Space. That one has some phenomenal because it's like the story of Gonzo, like where Gonzo comes from. And it's got some wonderful disco, like funk music in that movie. It is my favorite. And it is the answer to that question is Saturday Night Fever. But yeah, I loved Muppets in Space because it had awesome music. But I feel like they usually do. The Muppet movies usually have some really great music in them. But yeah, that one definitely is a prize winner for me. All right, next question. What was the name of the highest selling album of all time by Michael Jackson? The name of the highest selling album of all time by Michael Jackson. Like some of these ones that they're like, oh, it outsold this album by Michael Jackson, or it did better than this single by Michael Jackson by X amount. It's like there are more people on the planet now than there were then. So of course, some things will outperform even the king of pop. Uh-oh. May need to refresh up my glue dot here. Let me see here. Grab a little spot on the side that's already kind of dried up a little bit. Been using this single placer for so long from Diamond Art Club that like I've run myself out of my ghost. I have to let that just sit for a hot second. It's all right. I just won't use it for a little bit. Let it dry. My mother owned it on record, and we listened to it a lot when I was little. When I was little, and she still has the record to this day. Yeah, my aunt had it, and I would crank it when I was over at her house and in her basement, and we would just listen to the album Thriller because it was a bestseller. I do love me some Michael Jackson. All right. Which series featured a character named the Fonz? Which TV series featured a character named the Fonz? Yes, I agree, Nancy. Every track on Thriller is brilliant. Every single one of them. I would listen to that and I would listen to Meatloaf, specifically this song that's called One More Minute. And my son is a Weird Al fan. And I played that song for him and I think he fell in love with it too. Oh, Ryan, do you love that song? One More Minute? Yes. I figured. It's a good one. It's a really good one. That's actually a Weird Al original. That's not a cover by him. I'm not telling you. You probably knew that it is not a cover. But yeah, I would listen to a Weird Al album in the basement along with the Thriller album, and my life felt complete. And the answer to the last one is Thursday, Friday, happy day, happy day, happy days. Get a day, spend all week with you. These days are ours. I'm gonna be demonetized. Yes, happy days is the answer to that question. All right. Which 1999 movie features the line, I see dead people? Hope I didn't just creepy whisper right in your ear, but I think I did. Which 1999 movie features the line, I see dead people? You didn't hear it. I said, I see dead people. Also, I won't give it a, well, I mean, it's from 1999, which is more than 20 years ago now. Many more than 20 years ago. Who didn't see that coming? Me. I did not see that coming. Did not at all. And then when I went back and I like watched all the little extra bits, because it tells you like in the on the disc, like what to watch for that you didn't notice in like happening in the movie while it was happening. Um I was blown away with how much I did not catch. Like subliminally I caught it and then didn't think anything of it, and then I was like, "Wait a minute." Yeah. Yeah. I was shook. Um and I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, he can write a really fantastic like surprise ending, but then I felt like some of his later movies, after I just said, "Don't do that, Naomi. What do you go do?" That. Um, in some of his later movies, I felt like he was just trying to, like, recapture the surprise of the movie, The Answer, The Sixth Sense, um, and, didn't do a really phenomenal job with it on all of them. But I felt like that one specifically was really just blew me away. A lot of the other movies, I kind of had a good idea of what the ending was before it happened. Um, Another movie, not by M. Night Shyamalan, that really the ending made me go, "Oh, what?" was uh The Skeleton Key. It has Kate Hudson in it, and it's kind of like it's not a horror movie, it's a thriller movie, if that makes sense. Like if you don't like horror movies, then you definitely know the difference between a horror movie and a thriller movie. Um like Seven would not be considered a horror movie necessarily. It would be a thriller. I think. I think that's the way it's listed. Um so The Skeleton Key is another one of those that like I did not see coming, and so yeah, the big reveal at the end, I was like, "What?" Had no idea that that was going on the whole time. Really, really, really good movie. Highly recommend that one. Another one was Gothica. Do you guys remember Gothica with Halle Berry? Also a freaking amazing movie. But all right, answer to that was Sixth Sense. The next question. Which pop star wore a meat dress at the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards? Which pop star famously wore a meat dress to the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards? But Gothica was amazing. The Skeleton Key was amazing. But I really enjoy like a psychological thriller type movie. So movies like The Nines or Rememory was really good. That one has Peter Dinklage. I had to like sing the other version of the Game of Thrones tune in my head. Peter Dinklage, in order to remember his name. Um, but Rememory was really good. I liked Interstellar was another one of those like thinky movies. I like thinky movies. I really, really do. I enjoy them a lot. The Nines has Ryan Reynolds in it. What's another one? Uh, um, 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 Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky is a real thinky movie. Like psychological thrillers. I really like those. I don't know what the Nines would be classified as. Really enjoyed Pan's Labyrinth, but that one was in Spanish, so if you're not ready for subtitles, might not be one that you'll enjoy. Or if you speak Spanish, well then all the better, but Pan's Labyrinth was amazing. Oh, giving me her real old name there, huh, Sean? Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata or Lady Gaga? Lady Gaga. Everybody loves a little Lady Gaga. All right. Who played Jack Dawson in Titanic? What about the Saw franchise? So, okay, the Saw franchise. That qualifies as horror in my mind. Yes, logical elements obviously to it, but I feel like that one is like straight up horror for me. I went and saw the second one in the theater. I saw the first one on DVD, but then I saw the second one in the theater. I went with Dustin. And after we left the theater, I was so disturbed by the fact that like that was living inside somebody's head and that person may or may not already be a serial killer. Um it makes you wonder like if that was in somebody's head all this time, um yikes. And we went home and we watched cartoons for like 3 hours. I just watched things that were funny and that made me laugh and took my mind off of it because that one screwed me up, and I haven't seen any of the other Saw movies since the second one. I just like after that, I was like, good lord, that lives in someone's brain. And then they wrote it down and then they made a movie out of it. Oh, Lady Gaga's gonna play Harley Quinn. Interesting. I'm a big sissy Lala with horror. Yeah, I am not super into horror movies. Like I said, I like psychological thriller type movies, but I am not it's not about really being a sissy. It's just I don't like it. Okay, cuz I've worked in healthcare a lot and you see a lot of real stuff, right? And so when you see like real dying or death or things like that, like watching pretend death is not my favorite thing. Like when I was younger, I guess when I was little, I used to laugh at Freddy Krueger, like I thought that was funny. Um, and I guess I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not really for me. Especially when it's like that, where it's like really disturbing, screwed up, like this person may or may not in reality be a psycho person. And thank goodness they don't ever like, put those thoughts into reality or that somebody else doesn't. Yikes, man. But in the Joker movie coming out, if you've ever seen the movie Joker, that's the one she's gonna play. Oh, Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. All right, the answer to who played Jack Dawson in Titanic is Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. Which rapper and entrepreneur launched the streaming service Tidal? Tidal. Which rapper and entrepreneur launched the streaming service Tidal? Tidal. Um, no, I have not actually seen the newest Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. I heard he did a great job. I mean, he's a fantastic actor anyways. Um Another like kind of psychological weird movie is the movie Her, Her, and it has Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson plays the voice of like his AI computer. Ooh, you want to be freaked out by AI? That's the movie you should watch. It's called Her. Really enjoyed that movie. Really enjoyed oh, what's the one? Oh man, Dustin's not here, so I can't ask him. He would know the answer to that. It's essentially like this AI robot movie where this creator, he's making like AI women. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, that one's a messed up movie too. Only way I know Jay-Z is from the Linkin Park album Collision Course with Numb Encore and all those good songs. Yes, the answer is Jay-Z. Apparently launched a streaming service called Tidal. Never heard of it. All right, here's another easy one for you guys. Which animated film released in 1994 featured the characters Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa? Which animated film released in 1994 featured the characters Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa? But yeah, I do. I like psychological type movies that really like make you think about stuff. But I don't like psychological movies that make you think about, I don't know, horror and somebody being a murderer. Not my favorites. Yeah, thank you, Togo. I don't know what you just said, but I agree. Totally. And I think it all probably stems back from like Dark City and even to an extent like um the Matrix movies, things like that. I like a good I like a good think movie. I like a movie that scares the poops out of me though. I don't care for that so much. Especially if it could be like if it really could happen or really did happen. Like I don't I watch true crime, but I don't want to watch movies that are like true crime, you know? Ugh. Like one that really ruined it for me, I feel like was oh, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? We were just talking about it the other night. The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, I don't mm-mm. That one really ruined horror movies for me. So did the movie Wolf Creek. I'm not even going to go into like an explanation on that one. That one just was disgusting and I hated it. Um so yeah, I don't know. I don't like those kind of movies, especially where like women end up victims in some sort of way. Ugh. Blech. No good. But I did like what's it called? What's the one Ray, what's the one with the pumpkin head kid on the front? Trick or Treat. I did like that one. I thought that one was fun. Now You See Me. Oh, I liked Now You See Me. I liked both of those movies. Really enjoyed those. Um I liked those a lot. I've watched those many, 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 many times. Like on repeat. I've watched those movies. Yeah. The Lion King. Hi, Mia. Welcome. The Lion King is the answer to that question. What was the highest grossing movie of the 1990s? 13 Ghosts. I don't know if I remember that one, but I feel like I've seen it. I don't remember it, but I know I've seen it. 13 Ghosts. Yeah, I know I've seen it. I just don't remember it. What was the highest grossing movie of the 1990s? It's probably what you think it is. Don't think too hard about it. Oh, I'll be honest. Oh no. No, 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 no. That's because it's getting dark too early. Man, I'm not even tired. I don't know why I'm yawning. Probably just because it's dark already. Throwing me off. Majorly throwing me off. So are people getting your final picks in for Mary Morales? Have you guys decided on what you're going to work on? Because I don't know if you saw or not, but there's a mystery kit dropping tomorrow, a Morales mystery. Thought that was really, really mean. That was cruel and unusual punishment of them. Green Mile. I don't know, just one of my favorite. Oh my God, Green Mile was amazing too. Amazing. I'll watch pretty much anything with Tom Hanks in it, honestly, except for Castaway. I've seen it once. Don't ever need to see it again. That plane crash was way too real. Did not need that image in my head. I already don't like planes or heights, and that was just unpleasant. The movie, the number one grossing movie in the 1990s was Titanic. That one smashed it at the box offices. Like, really, 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 truly smashed it. Forrest Gump is also amazing. Excuse me, because Tom Hanks is just a phenomenal actor. All right, next question. Let's see. What TV show's finale is the most watched scripted episode in US television history? This one might surprise you. What TV finale is the most watched scripted episode in US television history? And it is not Dynasty. My brother made me watch that friggin' movie before my first ever plane ride. Ooh, that's cruel. That's not nice. That is not nice. Is your brother a dick? Because sounds like your brother's a dick. Because that's a dick move. That's what that is. Yikes, man. That plane crash was way too real. I did not like it. Dustin told me to watch that movie and it disturbed me a lot. I already don't like planes. And then you throw a really, really real plane crash in there for me. Yay. The answer to the question is MASH. MASH is the TV show with the finale was the most watched scripted episode in US television history. My dad loved MASH. My dad was also military, but he loved MASH. Missed these. Whoops. Missed these ones. There we go. Yeah, he was definitely a MASH fan. All right. Next color is this. Let's see. What is the name of the character played by Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City? Sorry, Sex and the City is what I meant to say. What is the name of the character played by Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City? Yeah, my dad was a huge MASH fan. Remember when he'd get home from work, he'd lay on the couch and just watch MASH. Take his nap after watching some MASH and maybe some Bob Ross, because my dad loved Bob Ross too. Now, I don't remember any of MASH, some, but not enough to be important, really. Yeah. All right. Really get in there. There we go. Now, I have a confession to make. I have not actually watched a single episode of Sex and the City. I'm not sure where it can be watched now. I'll have to look that up, but I should probably remedy that along with the fact that I have never watched a single episode of Friends or the Gilmore Girls. I never watched the Gilmore Girls either. And when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh, what?" Never have. Never have. I don't know why. I just never really got into it. Now, ask me anything you want to about like Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step. I watched a lot of those, but I watched a little bit of Beverly Hills 90210, but I was a little young. I was in like I think 6th or 7th grade. when 90210 came out. Right, there's a hole in this drill, and it's gonna have to be. I can't be looking at holes in my drills. Nope, can't do it. But the reason I feel like that I loved the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie was because Luke Perry was in it, and I don't know who I liked more, if I liked Luke Perry or Jason Priestley better, but I think they were both pretty good looking dudes. Sex in the City is HBO. University, my friends and I would gather every week. This Canadian sitcom called Little Mosque on the Prairie. Okay. Never heard of that. You know what I have watched that's Canadian is Letterkenny, which is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. All right. Answer is Carrie Bradshaw is the name of the character played by Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City. All right. Who won the first season of American Idol? Yeah, I don't know. I was like really bad about I watched a lot of Nick at Night. So I caught a lot of reruns of things, but I didn't watch a lot of like popular current shows up until they started using like for Nick at Night, instead of playing like the old classics, I Love Lucy, Golden Girls, and like whatnot, and they started playing like George Lopez as like a Nick at Night classic. I was like, either I am getting too old or something has happened, because none of the shows that I actually enjoy are on Nick at Night anymore. So I stopped. It's like, this is bogus. None of this is classic TV to me. Like, what is this garbage? Love Letterkenny. Yeah, Letterkenny is so good. Sex and the City got put on Netflix. Oh, I'll check it out then. I will have an opportunity if it's on Netflix, because then, yeah, I've got Netflix. I've got Netflix, and I've got Hulu, and I've got Amazon Prime with Paramount Plus, but I don't have HBO. Oh, and I have Disney Plus too. Oh, speaking of, I've got to finish watching the second Inside Out movie, because I started watching that. It's pretty good. I enjoyed what I saw so far. Yeah, I don't know. I like some classic television. We watched The Golden Girls and Friends. Yeah. All right. So the winner of season 1 of American Idol was Kelly Clarkson. All right. Ooh, this one. I like this question. Which 1995 album by Alanis Morissette was one of the best-selling albums of the decade? Which 1995 album by Alanis Morissette was one of the best-selling albums of the decade? Falling asleep while you're sick, girl. It's probably why you're falling asleep. You gotta get better. Your body probably needs the rest. Your body's like, no, fight infection. There's a lot of flu going around. A whole lot of flu going around. Found out my mother-in-law has an ear infection and sinus infection. So it was not related to her knee, thank goodness. and COVID came back negative, but she just had COVID like not that long ago. So while we did the fish fry, she stayed hidden in the room, didn't come out. Let's see. Who's gonna know the answer about Alanis Morissette? And then I would have to say that my favorite song off of that album, I liked there was a hidden track on that album that I really, really enjoyed. Not COVID, but I may have tested too early. Could be, I suppose, that you tested too early. Yeah, there's a hidden track on this album, Jagged Little Pill, if you got the answer to that, that I really, really like. It's the lyrics start out, I went to your house. I walked up the stairs. I entered your door without ringing a bell. Like, you know what one I'm talking about? Like if you sat and waited, it would show up at the very, 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 very end. It was a hidden track. I love that song, and it did not get nearly enough play. And Jagged Little Pill was one of my favorite albums of all time, along with the Fiona Apple. I think that one was titled Criminal. I know that the popular song was Criminal, but I'm trying to remember if that was also the name of her album. Loved Fiona Apple, and I loved Alanis Morissette and Jewel. Those three ladies, well, really just like Sean Colvin, and anybody that was at Lilith Fair, basically, Sarah McLachlan, my heroes. All of them were my heroes. But that was my favorite song on Jagged Little Pill, was this hidden track. And if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. It's kind of cheeky. It's really stalkery. She basically talks about going into her ex's house and like laying in his bed with his shirts. Like she's sniffing his shirts and stuff. It's really just creepy and weird, but it's a really good song. And it kind of makes you wonder if, you ought to know, like if it was sort of a little, like add on, you ought to know. I love No Doubt. I enjoyed No Doubt. I found Gwen Stefani's voice slightly annoying. It's the way that she always finishes each like line with that signature like ooh that she does. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Never really cared for that so much. I don't know why, but it annoyed me. I liked No Doubt just fine, although like Gwen Stefani was definitely Dustin's celebrity crush in the 90s and early 2000s. But she was not my cup of tea. All right, let's see. Next question. What is the name of the character played by Sigourney Weaver in the Alien series? What is the full name of the character played by Sigourney Weaver in the Alien series? Yeah, I don't know. I found her voice, that little like sting she does at the end of each line she sings. I just found it very annoying. Um but like Jewel, Sarah McLachlan, Sean Colvin, Paula Cole, Tracy Chapman. I had a lot of powerful Melissa Etheridge, had a lot of powerful women voices that I was listening to in the 90s. And I felt like, you know, we as women were really um trying to live inside of our power in the 90s without having to don any like crazy looking shoulder pads or whatever. Like we were letting our voices be heard in, you know, like singing. I mean, even with No Doubt, I'm Just a Girl, very powerful song. Might not have loved the way that she sings it, like with her voice, but I do love the song. Definitely. I am and was a huge New Kids on the Block fan. Well, there you go, little New Kids. I was not so much like a boy bander. Even when, you know, like Backstreet Boys got really big or all the other boy bands, freaking the only boy band that I would listen to in the 90s was Boys to Men. And I don't think that that counts. I don't think it counts. Maybe it counts. Would you say it counts? I don't know. If they were a boy band, then they were the like original boy band, but I did love me some Boys to Men. Like every song on every album that they sang was perfect. Just all of them. And then I guess another one that would be maybe considered a boy band would be All for One. You guys remember All for One? I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. Oh. All right. Answer to that question is Ellen Ripley is Sigourney Weaver's name in the Alien series. All right, let's see if you know this one. In what year did MTV launch? In what year did MTV launch? Bonus points if you can answer which song MTV launched with. Very, very fitting song to launch MTV with, I think. This reading is ruffles. Yeah, I guess it is. Kind of blending with the skin a little bit, but we'll take it, I guess. Boys to Men is a boy band, new addition to. Okay, okay. Yes, they did, Angela. They did sing End of the Road. One of their best ones. And then I'll Make Love to You. That was another one. It's an amazing, amazing group of singers. Ooh. Mhm. Is anybody else following on Netflix the Great British Baking Show? I've been watching. I'm loving it. I love the new female host that they have. Can't think of her name right off the top of my head right now, but I love her very much. I don't know who she is or what she's from, but she's a lot of fun. Not that I didn't like Matt, whatever his last name is. Uh, not that I didn't like him, but I think she does an excellent job. I don't know why he's not on the show anymore, though. Matt, dude's name. That's his official name. Matt, dude's name. But I've been watching Great British Baking Show on Netflix, and I love it. Almost. Almost. There we go. Couple more. There we are. So the year was 1981, and the song was Video Killed the Radio Star. Love that song so much. Oh, oh. You were the first one. Oh, oh. You were the last one. Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. In my mind and in my car. Okay, we can't get demonetized. Come get me. We don't want anybody coming to get me now. I love songs. I love tunes. If you couldn't tell, I love tunes. All right. Next question. Grab it. Let's see. All right, here we are. What was the name of the mysterious island in Lost? What was the name of the mysterious island in Lost? Another show I did not watch. I don't know why I never watched Lost. Seems like something that would be like right up my alley too. Maybe that's something I should watch. Put it on the watch list and start watching it. It's another one that's, I'm sure, got to be streaming someplace, right? You would think. Right, looking for. Just need one of these. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No barkies, Bowie. No little barkies. This one. Mm. All right. The answer to the question for what was the name of the island on Lost was just called the island. It was a trick question. The island is unnamed, but it was often referred to as the island. All right, let's see. I will ask for one more questione since we've got about 10 minutes, and then I'll do the wrap up things. Which fashion designer was killed outside his Miami home in 1997? And bonus points if you can name the killer. Which fashion designer was killed outside of his Miami home in 1997? And bonus points if you can name his killer. This one got popular again because there was a whole show about it and stuff that Ryan Ryan Murphy made. So it got some more, publicity because of that. But Jay. And then we will do our rappy wrap ups. I vaguely remembered this one like being a big news story. I feel like I remember the news story about like OJ a whole lot better and the Menendez brothers like being a whole lot bigger when I was paying attention to those kinds of things. I don't know why this one just completely slipped my notice until much later in life. Because the story is really fascinating. Because the person who killed him was like just a phenomenal con artist of like epic proportions. Really interesting story. Really, really interesting story. But yeah, it wasn't something that was like really on my radar back then. And the answer is Versace was the designer who was killed outside his Miami home. And the killer was, I believe it's Andrew Cunanan. I think that's how you say his name, Cunanan. I remembered that all on my own, separate from the question, but that was because what's his cutie played him in the TV show. He was Blaine in Glee. You blanked. Whatever dude's name is. Darren Chris, that's his name. It was really good show. Really, really good show, but it was very sensationalized. Is it bad that I've never heard of them? No. I mean, you know who Gianni Versace is. Everybody kind of knows who Versace is. The Ramsey girl. Made a stop in Chicago before Miami. Yeah. She and Elton reunited at his funeral after not talking for years. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, if you guys would like to join me over on Discord, we usually jump into the voice chat within about, I don't know, usually takes me a little bit just to, get settled, get some things together, like 15, 20 minutes if that. To get into the Discord voice chat, but people can start gathering there before I get there and chitty if you like to. Like I said, tonight I'm going to end up getting off of the Discord a little bit early because I've got a bunch of batch recording / editing that I need to do. I've got to record a couple of post reviews for kits that I've finished, and then I've got to edit some stuff that I've already filmed, and you're going to start to see some things dropping. And keep in mind that for Mary Morales, that first video on Monday, the 2nd, which is also Cyber Monday, that is going to kick off the event. It's technically my birthday on the 2nd. So I'm thinking I'm going to move my Tuesday live, the 3rd to the 2nd for that week, and do a birthday live so that if, people want to wish me happy birthday, hang out with me for my birthday, that would be really awesome. And I think I'm not going to lock it down so that it's only members or anything silly like that. I think I would just switch the Tuesday to Monday, talk to people about what sorts of things they purchased for, Cyber Monday and Black Friday. But yeah, I hope that you would like to come and hang out with me for my birthday on the 2nd of December. And I'm going to be, working on my kit and, um, just getting things started for the event, talking about sponsors, all sorts of fun, good stuff. Should be a good time. And like I said, if you want to pop in, wish me happy birthday, it doesn't have to be, but the timing would be different. So I wouldn't be doing it Tuesday or Monday at 4 like I would do for a Tuesday normally. And I would probably start it at like 6:30 or 7 p.m. Central my time. So a couple hours after that, you know what I mean? So like 6:30, 7 o'clock, I would start. And I think in the UK that makes it like midnight. I'm not mistaken. Makes it around midnight, 11 o'clock, something like that. So I hope that you'll join me if you can. Uh, Otherwise, you do not have to. Um, but I probably would not. I mean, maybe I'll still do a Tuesday live that week. I'm still figuring it out, but I know I want to do a birthday live because I want to hang out with you guys for my birthday. But I don't know. This looks pretty good. I'm actually kind of pleased. What do you guys think? You like it? I think she's looking all right so far. And a lot of it is just walking, so it's really not. Oh, I feel a drill sticking up. There it was. Um, a lot of it's line blocking, so it's not all that bad. I'm actually kind of happy with that. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And I mean, it's the light part, but the the gapping is not like awful. I'm not sad about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not wanting to throw it out. Yeah, it's gapping, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Anyways, so again, I hope that you will join on the Discord after dark and hang out with me. Yeah, definitely better than the last streamer. Ooh, my goodness. So bad. So bad. But yeah, if you need the Discord link, let me grab that for you right quickity. One moment. There we go. Copy the linky. And I will post it for you here. If you're not already part of the Discord, go ahead and join us on there. Come and have a chitty chat, have a good time. And like I said, I'll be in there probably in like 5-10 minutes, something like that. I'll see you in that time. But really quickly before I close out, if there's anyone who is in the chat and you've got your own YouTube channel or something to plug, an event or whatever, please go ahead and plug your events or your YouTube channels down in the chat below. Totally fine with me. I want to make sure that we share the love because there's room for all of us here. And if people want to check you out, they'll check you out. Otherwise, came for the diamond painting and subbed for the quiz. Glad to have found you. Oh, well, Nancy, I'm so glad you came. Sorry, it started a little rough with medieval. We'll get that figured out. We like to do a Tuesday trivia. That's what we do on Tuesdays, is trivia time. But if you ever have any questions or shares, concerns, whatnot, let me know. Otherwise, you guys, I hope I'll see you on the Discord. If not, I will see you in the content, and I'll see you on the next live, which will be Thursday on Twitch. But as ever, you guys, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a phenomenal morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'll see you again soon. Okay, guys? Talk to you later. Bye-bye. See you later. Be good and all that.